The Bee Gees go crazy. Again and again. Find out what's got the Gibb brothers laughing. That's next.
Maurice,
Even the past and the future.
this is probably a question that you're asked so often you tire of it, and it shouldn't come from someone in Australia like myself, but once and for all, can you please tell us how you got the name The Bee Gees?
Right, that's easy.
No problems, Bert. Well, it first starts with...
Speedway in Redcliffe. Yeah.
The Speedway, yeah. Do you want to take this?
Oh, no, okay.
It's a Speedway in Redcliffe, outside Brisbane, where we used to live, and there was a racing driver called Bill Good, a disc jockey called Bill Gates from 4BH in Brisbane, and he sort of loved what we were doing. We played in between the races, sometimes when the races were on. It was hard picking money off the tracks, I can tell you. So we did it on the back of this truck, you know, and they saw us the next day. They came round and they were discussing about doing an acetate at 4BH and wanted to manage us. And there was the three initials of Barry, Bill Gates, Bill Good, the brothers Gibb, and
Barbara
also
Gibb.
my mum Barbara Gibb. So the initials BG, there was a lot of them about. So we were called Bee Gees, which was B.G''S in those days.
Right.
And we started to get more hip and add the E's.
We teamed up with a gentleman called Arif Mardin, who was a great producer. This was our first encounter with Arif, and we sang a song to him. We sang a bit of this. It's just your jive talking, you telling me lies, yeah. And we hadn't said you telling me lies.
No, he said shut up, didn't he?
At that point, he said, get out. Yeah.
But,
Now, the next
He
encounter,
said, not that bloody rubbish, is it?
it's the second encounter that's most interesting.
he said, we got jive talking all wrong. We didn't know it meant lying, you know. And he said, you know, it was the wrong lyrics, and he corrected us, and he suggested that we sing about lying, which is basically what the song ended up being about.
Because in the UK, you see, jive is like what it used to mean here, like dancing, you know,
Yeah.
like old dancing, but
Right.
jived.
But we found out it was an expression for bull.
Yeah, right.
Well, I thought I'd save you beeping it later.
Yeah, right. But, we had the idea for the riff by the bridge. There's a bridge between here and Criteria.
Yeah, it's not there anymore now.
It's gone now. But when it was there, it had a sound like that. When you drove over it, that's what it did. And
At exactly
coming
37
home-
miles per
I
hour.
know. It had to be at the right mileage, otherwise you didn't get that.
You did it 40, it just wasn't groovy enough.
But one night we were coming home from the studio, Criteria, and we heard this
There it is again.
coming over the bridge. And
So
that
we've got to
was-
get some new tyres.
We've got to get some new tyres.
Car was a bloody wreck.
Yeah, I know. So it started off the record, and it went like this. Okay, we ready?
Ready.
Oh, start again.
You must put some strings on that thing.
But that's stuff that we were doing then. I mean, we did for years, but
Right.
nobody really, sort of said that the Bee Gees can't do that.
All right, well,
It was more R&B than anything.
okay, so many people said, and many people within the business say, that you made disco respectable.
Oh, well,
No, but seriously, look at it, Maurice. I mean, like, did you make disco
really?
And we'll have a chance to talk to Peter Noon.
Name dropper. And our next guests started off at the very top with their first British release called How Do You Do It? Then came Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying, Ferry Across the Mersey, and more. Did they ever hit with that? You saw the rehearsal! You're not supposed to say that.
I always refer to the time when I was 11 in the changing room of a stripper, you know, and I think to myself, would I be a normal child? No.
I am a woman in love. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of
You can do it.
Barbara.
I've seen your wardrobe.
Can I pull it off?
Can you pull it off? You can be a woman in love anytime.
I know this. I have stood alone in front of a mirror with a radish. I know.
See?
Okay. We'll give it a shot. It's not easy, but we'll try. You do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. You like that?
Just stop.
It's short, but it's commercial.
I am. I can't do that.
Go on, you big girl's
I can't do it no matter what. Try it again.
Try again.
3, 4.
Maurice, you're doing a film score or something. Is that right? A Gene Hackman film?
Well, it's like this.
Oh, Don. It's in the negotiations at the moment. But actually, I've been very busy co-writing with Barry and Robin for Kenny's and also co-writing and producing Robin's solo album. So I have been working on the score, but at the moment I'm dealing with a very difficult director. So you'll excuse me on that point.
Okay.
Und don't start it. Don't start it. Okay. Kassette liegt drinnen. Don't start it. Don't start it. Don't start it.
Well, the basic thing to learn is that life's incredibly beautiful without it, you know. But some people can say no. I couldn't, you know. So it was different for me. But a lot of people, and especially during the first fame thing we were talking about earlier, you know, I mean, that's when I started doing all that, you know, because I was a social. I could go anywhere and do that because it was legal, and it still is.
Yeah.
You know, but in my case, when you have to drink just to function, you know, just to get up in the morning, then there's something going on, you know.
But it was an uphill battle.
It was, but I had a lot of friends. And I do go to AA. I go to a meeting every day and things like that. So that's my support system that I always like to have. And I don't have to go to them. I get to go to them, which is totally different. You know, so.
What do you teach your children in this respect? Because you come from a world with a reputation of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. There has been a part of drugs in your career as well.
They never told us that.
Never told us that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
The guy was on holiday. The guy was out of town, so it was all right. There was no.
And he set fire to his house?
The house was already in ruins. The house was already in ruins.
By 11-year-old. He's just elaborating.
Yeah. No, I think it was a bit younger, about 9, wasn't it? 8 or 9.
And you actually burned the man's house? We used to burn billboards down. That was our target. That didn't hurt anybody, you know. You set fire to a few billboards and they'd come down and everyone would gather around. And
It's great fun.
Yeah. But we're not like that now. I mean, that we were little kids.
No.
It's a nice thing.
And there's a load of billboards in LA.
Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. Yes. Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. The Hollies. Yes. Woo.
Billy J. Kramer. Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas.
That's right. And Herman's Hermits. And our good friend Peter Noon. We'll be talking to Peter later.
Before we'd like to start this show, we would like to thank a very good friend of ours, Mr. Richard Nader.
That's right.
Who, after all these years... Hold it. I'm not finished yet.
He's lovely. I love him. He's great.
Don't touch me. If you've seen him, my friends, you tell him, don't touch me.
Okay. Right there is our mum. Yeah, hello, mum. Stand up, mum. Stand up, mum.
Mum is the foundation.
Yes. She's like the, she's like the Rose Kennedy of the... That's right.
And we also did the Staying Alive picture, but we don't talk about that.
And Maurice, you were doing soundtracks as well?
Yes, I did 3 films. 1 came out. Stop. Oh, this is ridiculous. What's going on? Somebody playing with a tarantula?
There's always been 2 very forceful personalities in the Bee Gees, and that's Barry Gibb and Robin.
Poor old Maurice was in the middle. He didn't know what was going on.
Yes, it's the story of my life, really. You can really do it alone. You don't really need, you know. I never got told that. Only Robin and Barry did. So once again, I was in the middle.
Back off. Maurice, would you do that again for camera?
Look, I said no.
Yes, I like read, yes, and I like to do it mostly just before going to sleep. But Barry likes tennis. He likes to, but he likes
to do it mostly before going to sleep as well.
Barry likes tennis a lot, but he also borrows the books that I read when I finish with them.
Sure. Maurice, to you, what do you like to do just before you go to sleep?
Well,
Well, I think that's rather personal, Bert.
It's precisely why I asked.
Well,
Shandy.
I transcend my life. What I've been doing over the past...
No, come on, tell the truth, you dirty...
I mean, some of these things we don't even know, so it's going to be a revelation.
I like to dabble into photography. I like to dabble into photography, but
Maurice likes to take pictures at night before he goes to sleep.
Maurice likes to experiment before going to sleep.
no, I like to experiment in my studio. Actually, I experiment in sounds.
Now, we thought he was a bit of a scientist, secretly, a closet scientist all these years, because he liked to experiment.
Computers and that.
And computers,
I'm a pretty keen tennis player. Maurice, once again, is a very keen photographer, and Robin is a keen reader of all kinds of historical books.
I'm a great chronicleizer. I just read and...
Note the word keen.
Yeah, you've got to be keen.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh! What is that?
Mike's live.
No, do that again. What is that? What is it?
What?
You've got to wind it up again.
Is it one of your pens makes it shoots out something?
No, it's just the microphone went funny.
No, it won't. Tell me what it was.
That is wild. No, it's just this. It's an electric shocker. It makes things look like you've had an electric shock.
It's great in the home and in the workplace.
All right, sit yourselves.
Right, control yourselves now.
Yes, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Hello, Bill. I'm hiding behind Frank. Sorry.
Good man to hide behind.
Yeah, like on that one. You've also had that distinctive sort of vocal thing. Where did you get these ideas from? It wasn't the Andrews sisters or the Stones, was it?
Stones played a part in it. There's no question about that.
Well, there's nothing like a good swift kick in the right place can help.
Come on in, come on in. It's the best band in the land. Well, he can play a beat all like never before. That's the best band in the land. Come on in, come on along, come on along. Let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, who's the leader of the band. Now if you want to hear that Swanee River play, come on in. Come on in, Alexander's legs on me. Come on in, Alexander's legs on me. Come on in, here is the best band in the land. Well, he can baby call like never before. That's the best band in the land. Come on along, let me take you by the hand. Up to the man who's the leader of the band. Now if you want to hear that Swanee River play. Come on in here, come on in here, come on in here, come on in here, Alexander's ragtime
Thank you. Before we say goodbye, we really want to thank all the fantastic guests. Thank you, you're marvelous. And it was a real thrill hosting a midnight special again. It was really fantastic.
That's right.
Thank you for having us here.
You've been a really great audience, and we hope to host it. A little traveling music, please.
That's great. That's great. So, when can people buy this?
The album is just out now.
So it's in your record stores right now?
Right now.
And size isn't everything? What does that refer to?
Well, it's the width, really. No. I was on for those first 2 days. And then they were telling me things like, okay, volleyball at 3 o'clock. And I said, what? Volleyball? What the? What? Volleyball? You know, I'd never played volleyball in my life. I certainly wasn't going to start now.
And did you go?
Yeah.
And did you like it?
No, I didn't play. I just sat there and very angry. I was angry that I put myself in.
What did you think of the other people, though? Do you think they were idiots at
I
that
said they're a
point?
bunch of twits. Yeah. They're sick, these people. You know.
Your early attempts to find Echo took you to some very strange places, didn't
Yes.
it?
Yes. Primarily, Lewis's department store in Manchester, which has the best toilets in the world.
Toilets are always good because of the tiles.
You
laugh. But it's true. And I actually read in Dusty Springfield's biography that she also was very keen on toilets and echoes. Well, the singers are.
Toilets are very popular in our business.
They are.
As George Michael so often says.
Yes. Do you think, what's your theory about that?
Well, I got my own toilet. So.
we take we have our
Morris is
toilets.
solo as well sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're going to flash it as private.
I rent a crowd and bought a toilet.
No, seriously, we used to sing in sewage.
Great staircases, you know, stairwells. Yeah. We used to look for all those places where there was great echo. You know?
And when did you first discover this capacity to sing together?
In toilets.
These toilets, I mean, boy, when they flush, are they loud. Listen to this.
I want to ask you guys this. You've sold well over 100 million albums, and you've had all the success anybody can imagine. You could be out playing golf. Why are you back? What makes you keep coming back to the hearth to keep making music?
Playing golf.
No.
Keep finding these chords. In the event of something happening to me.
How about those monkeys getting back together? What? The monk competition? How about those Braves?
No, actually, Robin puts it down to a fine sort of example, because when he had a hit with Saved by the Bell, we had a hit with Don't Forget to Remember, and they both went to number 2. And the thing that he pointed out was that once you had a number 1 record, or a big record, there was no one to share it with. You could turn around and say, guess what, love, you know, to the wife, the record's number 1. She goes, oh, that's nice, dear.
we have to. I mean, we can't go on stage and not sing How Deep Is Your Love or Staying Alive, because once again, it's like the Stones going on and not doing Satisfaction. We have to go on and sing the hits because people expect it. They go there to hear the songs from Massachusetts, to Love Somebody, to Right Up to You, Win Again, and to the new single. So it's a complete cross.
You just told them what we're going to do now.
Well, I didn't tell them about the tightrope.
The tightrope as well, eh?
Yes, it's back in the act, bro.
We're very much used to this lifestyle, the people here, the attitude of the people here. It's particularly special for us to come back, you know, and to see a lot of the old faces that we knew.
Including yours.
Including yours, yes.
Also,
Barry's a vegetarian as well. He eats the odd bit of chicken, though, don't you, Barry?
Yeah, Maurice eats anything.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, Maurice, why not you?
This is an old...
I don't know. I mean, I've always remained at 140 pounds, 10 stone. I've always remained at that level since I was 18. I've just never gone up or down. So I just eat anything, you know, cut off its head and wipe its, you know, anything.
I'm really happy to be back, and the Gibbs brothers are here, which I found out the last time were twins, remember?
Absolutely. It's an easy mistake.
So
what tasty morsels do you have on here?
The tasty morsel is I'm making a Mexican meal, but it's using Dutch bacon.
Yes. I'll give you a good run for your money. I'll mark it.
It's put me off a little bit because
carry on.
Robin's a vegetarian. That's really put me off now. You eat meat.
Oh, well, you know, cut off its head and wipe. Well, hang on. No, listen.
I once had a girlfriend. She was always in love with Barry Gibb. But now I know. But that happened to you sometimes. You was jealous.
No, not me. No.
So Maurice has done a lot more individual music on this album. It's really about himself, the song. He wrote it somewhere in a hotel room, standing naked in front of a mirror with a rabbit.
We want to capture that moment right now.
We'll leave that to you, you know, just sort of imagine that. And, hello, Alvin. How you doing? It's our accountant over here. Hello, accountant. Okay.
Yeah. You ready, old chap? Good. Okay, you ready? You want me to cue them?
Listen, you three guys look very, very happy. I mean, you look happier than I've ever seen you. You're all sort of zappy and smiling. Is that
last court? Hold on. After that court decision, wouldn't you?
Yes, all right.
That's because we've got makeup on.
We
also have makeup on. Yeah. What it was is at one time Barry was smoking pot, Ron would be on pills, and I'd be drinking, so it'd be pilly potty and around the business. And that's where Is any... That's the best looking bunch we've had on stage.
So we're having a special ball tonight.
Right on. I know.
And of course, next week, your host, great show, your host will be Bing Crosby.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. Cosby Stills and Nash. No. Cosby.
You know you have scary spice and ginger spice and all that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're a bit like them because you could be
Spice Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, BG Boys.
BG Boys, BG
Now, if you had to prefix
Boy Power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. BG Power.
BG Power.
Okay.
Even better.
Now, if you had to prefix your BG with a scary, posh or ginger or
right.
how would you? What would you?
Oh, you mean what would our nicknames be?
Yeah, Beardy BG.
Yeah.
Beardy BG. What do you think? What do you think, Robert?
Yeah. Teeth are good.
Teeth BG.
Yeah.
Toothy BG.
Teethy BG.
Okay, what do you
I'd
think?
be more Teethy BG. You'll be Beardy BG.
Okay, Beardy BG. Teethy BG.
Baldy BG.
You weren't very keen on that. You thought, I don't know.
That's all right, love. How are you? Ridiculous. Doing an interview. How are you, love? Come in. Come in.
So darling, you run to me. And now I found it rains every
And your mother is still alive.
Oh, yes.
And living
Yes.
in Las Vegas.
She's here right now. She's in the kitchen.
She's in the kitchen making tea.
Give me some first reactions to the words I'm going to say you. And start with you. The rattlesnakes. Okay, that's good.
Memories.
Mother Barbara.
Beautiful.
Barbara Streisand.
Ugly.
Next week will be Bill Cosby. Cosby. Bill Cosby. Cosby.
I'm going to circulate this all over the country. My diary.
The song was written, it was really written as an R&B song. It wasn't written as a country song. And I guess it shows you just how close country music and soul music are really together. Like songs like Dock of the Bay or songs that are considered soul songs are very often country songs in origin. And this was a perfect example of this. We can actually,
We can actually play it.
I can actually play it. Yeah.
You could get around to it.
Yeah. Well, no, but I've got to explain what we were thinking at the time. We were writing a song for Diana Ross. And Islands in the Stream was, in fact, written for Diana Ross. But she never got around to hearing it. And Kenny and Dolly, Kenny wanted a song, and so we came up with this song. Written as an R&B song, but became a country song.
And this is it.
And it's called Islands in the Stream.
Go figure.
But I mean, the way you were at that time, it would seem quite unlikely. I mean, you were talking about Manchester,
Yeah.
aren't we? And I mean, it's quite a rough area, Manchester, too.
Oh, yeah, and all the rough of it because we were there.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Your problem family,
We
were
had
it?
to- Oh, yeah.
You have to be very careful in the toilets there.
No, no, no.
What you did.
But Moss Side was basically where we used to...
Yeah.
Well, Moss Side was where you
Yeah,
where you
Chorlton,
were.
Moss Side.
Yeah.
Chorlton Hardy.
I mean, that's a tough area, still is
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, that was our sort of square mile, and we ruled it, you know. So, you know, for stealing a small racing car.
You still got it.
I mean, we weren't that bad, but we were sort of...
More pranky.
We were rascals.
You're right. But what about Maurice? What about you? I mean, were you?
Oh, no, I was goody two shoes, me.
Were you?
Baron Robin with the arsonists.
Yeah.
Careful.
Very careful.
Arsonists?
Morris used to steal bottles of orange juice off people's
The
doorsteps.
first thing I ever did. That's the only crime I ever committed, and I got nicked.
When you as you say, chameleons of type of music, we
Comedians. I think you're a comedian.
chameleons. We write the songs first. So if without the songs, you can't make the record. So we can put on many hats, if you like, for the artists we
silly,
write
but you
for.
can wear many hats.
I've got this one on today.
Hold it.
Well, it hasn't...
Now, we've got a great lineup this morning.
Oh, this is true.
Right?
This is very true.
Fantastic
indeed.
lineup.
And I would like to tell... Oh, hang on. And I would like to tell personally our audience tonight what a lovely guest we have on our little show this evening. Correct?
Correct. It's correct and right.
This is
Right
all-
and correct.
Wrong.
What do you mean wrong?
No, look, I mean, things can go so far, and things can go so far.
Paris,
You beat...
Paris-
Belt it.
Perish the thought.
Belt it. The thing is that you two keep doing solos all the time. Well, I'm fed up with this lot because it's been going on for the past two shows. Now, For a start, I would like to point out that also I am a host of the show, and I would like to introduce to this lovely audience the guests on the show. So if you don't mind,
yeah,
I'd like
all
you
right.
two to step back to the rear.
Well, it's step back to the rear.
Back to the rear.
Well, why?
Because I said so.
All right.
Go.
Back to the rear.
Yes, back to the rear. Ladies and gentlemen, joining my... You little creep. Joining my wonderful brothers and me, and myself, I should say, this morning is Mr. Lee Michaels, a new group, Apple and Appleberry, Monty Python's Flying Circus.
You think you're really smart, don't you?
Remember, there's people watching.
I know. I might just do half of those and go straight to the chorus. There's a light. I'm singing.
Yeah, I know.
Certain kind of light will never shine on me. I'm still singing.
Yeah. And Robin, who...
Oh,
that
you
is,
shall be called Robin.
That shall be called Robin. Yes.
And he in turn... I'm sorry.
We all like to wish everybody, because sorry we can't be there, but we'd like to wish you all a great day and a great night, whenever you're doing it. Whatever it is you're doing. Whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, it seems the mind boggles. But, you know, we're just sorry that we can't be there with you. If we could have stayed longer, we would have naturally been there. But have a great day, and don't forget to buy the album.
We already have it.
Oh, you already have it? Great. Then play it again.
The name of this album is A Kick... Well, wait, don't tell me. Okay. All right. A Kick in the Pants.
You blew it.
Oh. All right, Robin. A kick in the head is worth 8 in the pants. What's more? A kick in the head is worth 8 in the pants. What does that mean, Maurice?
I don't know.
If you want to know...
Well, a kick in the head is worth 8 in the pants means... A kick in the head is worth 8 in the pants. It depends on how you can have 8 in the pants and a kick in the head, but no, I think it... Barry, take over.
Hi, Kim. By the way, everybody, it's Kim's birthday. So, Kim, say hi to the Bee Gees.
Hello, Bee Gees.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's
I've
good
been
to
a
see
fan
you.
all my life.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Thank you, children. We have a great show for you this morning, and Donnie's here to tell you all about it. Who's joining us today, Donnie? That's right. The Steve Miller Band and Maxine Weldon. And who else, Donnie? That's right. Jimmy Spearis and the Mule Deer and Moondog Medicine Show. And who else, Donnie? Neil Diamond? You kidding? No, that's right, he isn't. Oh. Anyway, John Kay, he said, actually. And here he is, our first guest, Wilson Pickett.
Look, Robin, it's all very well for you to point the finger, but what do you like when you're drunk, then?
I don't drink.
Nothing.
No.
No, it's true.
But what do you like anyway?
Teetotaler. Sorry?
What do you like anyway?
What do I like to drink?
No, what are you like?
There's a man outside this door. It's the manager. Hello.
Hello?
Are you with Oasis?
What? Was it you that put this film on the door?
You've got to keep this in.
I don't know.
Maybe someone is digging underground. Or have they given up and all gone home to bed? Thinking those who once existed must be dead.
Thank goodness we didn't give this one to somebody else. And we've done that with other artists. We've done a song.
In fact,
we should have been doing that song ourselves. You know?
Islands in the Stream, when we actually did it in our own mind's eye for ourselves, we saw much more sort of Smokey Robinson type of feel in a sort of Motown.
It turned into a country record because of the people doing it.
Yeah.
Well, Heartbreak, I remember going home crying.
Lollipop, lollipop, lolly, 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 lollipop, my lollipop. Call my baby lollipop, tell you why. Kiss is sweeter than an apple pie. And when she does the crazy rockin' dance, man, I haven't got a chance.
Shall we take another phone call? Let's take another phone call. This is Billy from Louisville, Kentucky. Hey, Billy, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Billy.
Hey, Billy, whoa. Billy, what's your last name?
Joel.
Billy Joel, ladies and gentlemen.
doing, Billy? What you doing, Bill?
Billy.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Pretty good. How you doing?
We just did. Elton and I just did a gig last night, and we're still in Louisville, Kentucky.
Fantastic. We knew you were on tour.
Yeah. Hey, Robin. Before I ask you for your song, I got a question for you.
Right.
Now, you used to live right near me on Lloyd Neck.
Yeah, I came to your house and we sat at the piano.
Yeah, well, I remember that, but all the time I was gone on the road and you weren't on the road.
Yes.
And my first wife was still living at the house.
That's right. No, look. I knew you were going to bring that up, Billy. I knew you were going to bring that up, but nothing happened, Bill. I can assure you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, it was me, Billy.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask.
Okay, Billy. They're twins, Billy. They're twins.
Okay, let's do it
once
together.
in my life.
No. The preacher
talked to
me and he smiled. That come and walk with me. Come and walk one mile.
That's the one.
One more hour and my life will be true. Hold on. And all together.
We're all serious, okay, at different times. Some of us, I mean, some days one of us will be up and happy and the other one will be miserable, and it'll balance us out, you know?
Yeah.
So
If one of us is miserable, we don't work that day.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's true.
That's great.
Well, the three of us are miserable. We decide to work and see what happens.
They call themselves the Mule Deer and Moondog Medicine Show.
The what?
The Mule Deer and Moondog Medicine Show. The what? The Mule Deer and Moondog Medicine Show.
The what?
Can't believe it.
As I was saying, they are rapidly becoming a very popular comedy team, appearing at concerts on TV across the country, everywhere. So let's really hear it for the Mule Deer and Moondog Medicine Show.
This is just where I came in. I can die.
Yesterday we went out to Bronte Beach to see our old house. We lived in about 24 years back.
We're the only people fully clothed.
This is just where I came in.
Hang on, we're just coming. I'm frightened of you.
Where do you want to sit in the middle?
Well, this...
Toilets are in fact gold-plated with mirrors on the seats. We're not quite sure why, but probably makes the flight a little more enjoyable than perhaps the contrary.
You could have brought some things from Amsterdam from
Yes, what would you like to have?
Bananas.
Can't put it into words.
Yes, especially.
I didn't know you could do things with bananas until I went to Amsterdam.
You've been in this famous bar or not?
Oh, not just the bar.
If you ever saw the film Crocodile Dundee, well, you see that bar at the beginning of the film. Well, those are the places we worked.
Yeah.
So it's very rough, and people, Australians have the great knack of fighting sitting down. And it's amazing. Right, and they would never hit the jug of beer in the middle. They'd always move that a little bit and then belt each other. And we'd
5
be
minutes
singing
later,
My
the
Old
other guy
Man's
hit back,
Dustman, and we'd be singing away on stage, and these guys would be belting the hell out of each other, and they would stop to clap, and then they'd go back to belting each other.
You may know more about this song than any of us do because it was really your idea. You came to the studio with I Started a Joke.
Oh, yeah, this was actually a melody that was we listened to. Oh, thank you. On a Viscount jet, sort of heard the melody in the engines.
Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting. The lyrics are not conventional, but...
Well, I think we've often been approached on that song in the past and said, why?
What the hell was that?
Maurice, I want you to do something for me.
What?
I want you to say King Crimson 3 times.
King Crimson 3 times?
No, that isn't what I meant.
You mean to...
I know. Need I tell you?
King Crimson, King Crimson, King...
Anyway.
I can do it.
One of the records that really bugged me was He Keeps Stealing Center of Interest. What do I do?
I've never heard of that one, have you?
Wait, I didn't get to the title yet. Not Stealing Center of Interest. Was I Started a Joke.
Oh, yeah.
And we had all kinds of contests. And does he always act like that?
No. It's real, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you know
Thank you.
the Beatles?
Oh, no.
No, we have met about 3 of them, I think. Maurice used to live next door to Ringo.
Well, we used to share the same bed.
We met...
We were just moving into our own lives as individuals. We'd lived together our entire lives at home with Mum and Dad. So becoming individuals and getting married, as I did at a very early age.
Getting your own bed.
Of course, we were going to...
We used to sleep together.
We did. We weren't very well off when we were growing up at home, so we had to share a bed, the 3 of us.
Really?
And
Not the 3 of them. Joking. Surely, man, you jest.
I was talking about little kids here.
I hope so.
It's actually only 2 years ago. But the...
I've got to get a room tonight.
We'd like to thank all our marvellous guests for joining us on our little show this morning.
Thank you, marvellous guests. And Chuck Berry.
Lee
Not forgetting
Michaels.
Chuck Berry.
Of course not. Lee Michaels, Barbara Mason.
King Crimson.
He said it. He said it.
If you came to pick me up on our date and my father came to greet you in a suit and said that I was ill and he was going to take my place, what would you do?
Smash his face in.
The back of the album is a picture of us. You can't see our pants at all.
No,
We weren't wearing any.
We were wearing boiler suits.
They would play certain disco songs and the audience would kind of get up and dance. But the minute one of your records hit, it was like the whole crowd moved to that floor.
Well,
You react before I finish the sentence. To dance.
No, I know the end of the gag.
Yeah.
we made it up. We were just sitting in the dark and we couldn't see each other. And that was where the idea sprang from. So what would it be like trapped in, a mine, for instance, and you can't see each other? Can we write something about that?
Yeah. We're very pessimistic people. Full of joy.
Number 1, what's the softest thing you can think of right now?
Butter.
Water?
Butter.
Butter.
B-U-T-T-E-R.
But next week, your host will be the very funny Mr. Richard Pryor.
I guess it was the beginning of a comeback for us. We'd been through a dry spell from about 1970 to about 1974.
No rain at all.
No rain.
We were in France. We were in Hereville, just outside of Paris. And it was constantly raining, so we had very little else to do except write songs. So
Actually, it was like waiting for the Americans to come and liberate us.
Yeah.
It was that... This place is called the Chateau, but it's really quite a place.
quite a place.
Where's your favourite restaurant?
Yeah, because it's not a commercial station, is it? We can't make commercials.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lee Michaels is always amongst the tops when it comes to records. And his concerts have excited thousands of young ears.
And their noses, eyes, legs, eyebrows, feet, armpits.
Yes, all.
Morris, just shake hands with me, the cameraman.
Shake hands with the cameraman.
See you tomorrow, Morris. See you tomorrow. Bye, sir.
We construct what we think is as a melody. We take it up where we think it should go up, and we take it down where we think it should go down into the verse after the chorus, whatever that may be. We find out the whole area with just melody. And then we start to find... Can't get my notcher out. He's looking a dead horse. And then...
What do I
know? That's one.
Whoa! What was that?
I'm showing you now.
No. What was that? What is that?
It's a badge.
Well, I know it is. Constable of Farthingham. Good heavens, you're constable, sir.
I'm not constipated at all.
Sergeant Pepper.
Well, hello, letters. Hi, who are we having for dinner? You.
The Searchers! And of course, Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas. Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders.
A gentleman by the name of Bill Gates, who was a racing driver. We were actually singing as children. Oh, no, there's something going on.
There have been newspaper items saying, Barry, that you were going to produce an album for the Mills Brothers. Did I get something away?
You look at the time.
Well, wonderful to have you here. Did I say the magic word? Oh, I can't ask Frankie.
Well, what Maurice is about to do, he wants to make a fool out of himself, and it comes from his own category.
Maurice is a great humorist and loves to play jokes with the people.
Can I ask you something?
No,
if
I'm sorry,
it's...
It's a funny game. Don't believe that it's all the same. Can't think what I've just said. Put the sun pillow on my head. If millions of eyes can see, yet why am I so blind? When the someone else is me, it's unkind, it's unkind.